to be confident that you know everything, or is it better to know that you don't know everything? Which one is more wise? This is what we will be reading today through the philosopher Socrates. Socrates was a philosopher during his time in ancient Greece and was known as the world's smartest man. So what do you do when the world's smartest man says to you, I don't know everything, so I cannot be the smartest man in the world? Do you agree with him and feel like that makes him more smart? Or do you feel like, well, no, we're all dummies because we all know nothing? This is what I want you to identify today in Socrates and create your own argument. You will be using explicit and implicit textual identifying tools to help you form your argument to show whether you agree or disagree with Socrates. What are explicit and implicit tools when reading? Well, explicit and implicit are different ways that an author can interpret information for you to dissect or identify as a reader. An example for me to remember explicit is for the way it's spelled. Explicit starts with EX. Explain also starts with EX, right? So I like to remember explicit as the author is directly explaining what he wants me to remember or what he wants me to know. An example would be an author saying, the sky is sunny, it's 80 degrees outside, and it's a bright day. That literally explains exactly how the weather is, what the condition is, and what the day is like. An implicit version of that, or starting with I am, I'm describing, that's how I remember implicit, would be, it is a beautiful bird chirping, clear, blue sky day. The weather is so nice that you would think it's the summertime. Well, the author is not saying directly that it's a beautiful sunny day and there's no clouds in the sky, but he's describing in a more artistic way, implying that very thing, that it's a very sunny day and it's beautiful and nice outside. Well, that's an implicit explanation. Explicit, again, is directly stating exactly what I want you to know, from the author to the reader. So let's get into the passage. We will read it together. We will highlight explicit in a yellow highlighter, and we will highlight implicit in a pink highlighter. And then we're going to discuss the evidence that we found. And afterwards, you guys will separate into two groups, whether you're agreeing with Socrates or whether you're disagreeing with Socrates. And then you guys will debate by the end of this week your stance and include and recite your evidence that you use, whether it be implicit or explicit, to help support your argument. All right, let's get into the passage. Socrates says, well, although I do not suppose that either of us knows anything really beautiful and good, I am better off than he is, for he knows nothing and thinks that he knows. I neither know nor think that I know. End quote. So what examples of explicit information can we see from here? So what is Socrates directly saying? He said that he's better off than that guy, right?
Yes.
Because he literally said, I am better off than he is, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's explaining that explicit information, right?
Yep.
Another example is he directly said, I neither know or think that I know, right? He's admitting that I know that I don't know everything, right?
Yeah.
He's directly saying that. Those are two examples of explicit. Implicit is, what is it, guys?
It's where you describe something.
All right. So if he's describing it and not directly saying it, where's an example out of that text? I would say his awareness of knowing that because he doesn't know everything and everybody thinks he does, it makes him more smart, right?
Yes.
You can imply that Socrates is saying, well, it does still make me smarter because I know that I don't know everything and you guys think I do, right?
Yep.
Another example would be the speaker values honesty over pride because he can honestly say, I don't know everything, right?
Yes.
That is implicit information. Now let's break into groups and see you guys do it.